Corey Royston.
This is Nathan Payne here. What's going on?
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about how to get started in wholesaling with no money. What do you do if you don't have literally $0 to invest in real estate? Can you get started?
Yeah.
Can you invest? We want to talk about that and how to get started.
Yeah, what do you do if you're broke, right? Or you want to get into wholesaling real estate? We're talking from a place of authority and a place of experience, because when we first started a couple years ago, our business, we had $0 and no money. And we got deals from cold calling, texting, door knocking. We started getting deals without any marketing budget. So we're going to show you what to do. Once you get a little bit more money, we'll show you what else to do. And so let's hop in. Don't forget this video is brought to you by Investor Drive, investordrive.com, a business dedicated to helping you grow your real estate company and in your personal lives. There's some content on there that's going to help you on how to get into wholesaling for free. So check it out. And
don't forget to like and subscribe. If you find this video valuable, you can share it with others. Just looking to help people out. So let's get started.
Let's get it.
So the first step in starting wholesaling with no money is to find a hot, motivated seller lead.
That's right.
So to do that, the best way to market with having absolutely $0 is door knocking. So if you want to go out and door knock, it's simple. I mean, it's very straightforward.
It's easy.
You don't do anything crazy. You go to an area where you think there are good deals, right? So typically an older neighborhood, with
built in the 70s or
maybe a little bit rundown houses, right? Just deferred maintenance stuff. And you go up to the door, you knock on it, they open it, you introduce yourself, you say, hey, I'm looking to buy a house in the neighborhood. I got some money set aside to buy a house. Just was interested to see if you're looking to sell.
Yeah.
And
the pitch that we used when we did it was, hey, we have a buyer that is interested. So it wasn't us knocking, right? We have a buyer that's interested in buying a house in the neighborhood. Would you be interested in selling?
Yeah, the pitch isn't super important. It's just be quick, be straight to the point. They don't want you wasting their time, and you don't want to waste time with someone who's not going to sell. So that's pretty much how you door knock, though. Another quick point is you can bring little sticky notes, and if no one answers, leave your name, phone number, and ask them if they thought about selling.
Yeah,
that'll get you some calls.
And by the way, we did this when we first started. We had $0, so we knocked on a door, got a $17K deal eventually. It works. So it takes time, but it works. So the second option that is good is when you have a low budget, or you actually need maybe something for this, is driving for dollars. So when we were just talking about door knocking, when we used to knock doors, we would also write down on a list of homes that looked distressed that we would later either send a handwritten letter to, or we would cold call, or we would text, and we'll go on to that later. But driving for dollars is good because it doesn't really require a lot of money or any money for you just to write down properties that look distressed.
Just gas money.
Just gas money, right? Or if you're walking, right, just write it down. And there are applications you can get on your phone that will mark properties, but that does cost a little bit of money. You can get into those later. There's Deal Machine.
Yeah, you can go to those for $50 a month. So
right. So that when you start driving for dollars, you'll probably need a little bit of money. But if you want to do it the cheap way, just write it down on a piece of paper, write it down on your notes on your phone, and mark properties that look distressed that you can reach out to with a handwritten letter.
Even just open Excel on your phone and type it in there, so it's already on Excel.
Nailed it. So driving for dollars is another way, the second option to get money deals and find motivated sellers without a lot of money, or little to no money.
So the third strategy for marketing with no money, which is not no money, but you can start with no money, is cold calling. So cold calling, if you have absolutely no money, to start out, what you do is you go on Zillow, Craigslist, you call for sell by owners. But if you have a little bit of budget, then you can get a list, a motivated seller list, whether that's pre-foreclosure or absentee owners or
high equity,
divorce. There's so many lists. But you can get those lists, and then you can start calling them. You can dial them after you skip trace them, dial them individually. or you can get a dialer, which is like an automated calling system that will dial out multiple people at a time, and once you connect to someone, then you can talk to them. So that's kind of like how you would cold call, but it does require some money. If you want a dialer, it's going to be like $100 to $200 a month.
And the list maybe like 100 to 200 a month.
Yeah.
So to wrap up the cold calling, you can do it for free. You can call for sale by owners, or you can even network with a wholesaler in your market and get one of their lists and just say, hey, can I get your list? I'll cold call it, and if I get a hot lead, maybe we can split it, or I can give you, if I get the deal, I'll pay you like a little percentage, right?
Or you can call your driving for dollars list after you skip tracing too.
Right. So cold calling is huge. I mean, that's how we got our deals in the beginning. We had no money, is we cold call. So it works. So texting is the fourth option that we're going to talk about to get into wholesaling with no money. Obviously, you have a cell phone. Most people have a cell phone now. You can just text people on the for sale by owner on Zillow for free. You can text, hey, I want to buy a house. You can negotiate it. But if you want to get a little bit more strict with it and a little bit more developed, you can get a texting platform that usually costs $500 to $1,000 a month. That lets you text like thousands of people at once, and you can upload lists in there and just text a ton. But if you're riding real low on how much money you have, you can just text from your phone, and you can get a list the for sale by owner. Or like we talked about previously with cold calling, you can reach out to a local wholesaler and say, hey, do you have a list that you've already skip traced? And if I get a deal from here, I'll cut you in. I'll give you 10% of the deal if I negotiate, or you can just network with them. So there's a ton of ways with $0 to get a deal from texting.
Yeah. To be honest, texting is probably the best avenue to get a deal. Especially with limited budget.
Because you can hit more people at once. If you go knock a door...
Everyone sees a text, right?
Right.
I think the stat is 93% of people look at their texts. Yeah. So it's a great way to get some traction, especially early on. But you do probably need some limited budget to do it.
Yeah. If you want to do it effectively, right? Like one text at a time, it's going to take a lot of your time.
So let's review those strategies, probably from least expensive to most expensive. So first you got door knocking, completely free.
Right.
You got driving for dollars, a little bit of money, but that honestly doesn't get you leads in itself. You still have to reach out to those people through cold calling or texting. So 3 would be cold calling, and then 4 would be texting.
Right.
And those are great ways to get deals. We use those, we still use those. So if you want deals, go out and get them.
You guys can do it. We've started with $0, and now we're at right now where we have a marketing budget, we have a team. So just consistently, if you want to get deals, you're not going to be able to knock one door and get a deal. You're going to have to knock hundreds of doors. So be consistent. If you want to get a deal from cold calling, you're not going to call one person. Maybe you might get lucky, but you have to call thousands of people. This is no joke. You want to get into this game, you got to work hard, and it's just no one's just going to give it to you.
Stay accountable, be persistent.
Right. But these are the ways to get into this business with $0. And like I said, thanks for joining the channel. Please like and subscribe, and check out investortribe.com. We're here to help out.
See you guys.